morning. Here is the latest enhanced satellite of Milton, a very strong hurricane, a catastrophic once-in-a-lifetime storm likely for the Tampa area, which has not had a landfall like this, a direct hit from a hurricane in over a century. And Milton is now a Category 4 hurricane and expected to maintain Category 4 strength as we head toward tonight, when it will make landfall right around the Tampa-St. Petersburg area between Tampa and Sarasota here by around 2 o'clock in the morning, with sustained winds of 130 miles an hour and higher gusts and storm surge flooding up to 10 to 15 feet in the hardest hit areas. Here at home, we will not experience any impacts from Milton. It's another beautiful fall day, 70 degrees, lots of sunshine out there today. If you're headed up to New York for the Phillies tonight, it's at 5:08 first pitch, kind of a do or die game for the Phils. It's going to be cool but bright for the Phillies up in Queens at Citi Field this evening. Here in Philadelphia, speaking of bright but chilly, take a look. Next 2 days only in the 60s. It does get a little bit milder for the weekend. A beautiful Sunday for the Eagles. Jim, I'll send it over to you.
Thank you, Kate. And remember
about the forecast, though, because of course we have to kind of pivot to the latest on Hurricane Milton. Milton is a very dangerous Category 5 hurricane, and it is going to make landfall tonight along the coast of Florida. Now, here at home, it is a quiet stretch. We've got beautiful October weather, but Milton, again, here's the latest. It's a Category 5. You can see it's spinning here in the Gulf of Mexico. Sustained winds at 160 miles an hour. Now, this is going to weaken slightly, but it's not going to make much of an appreciable difference. As far as the winds are concerned, you still are going to have gusts at landfall of over 150 miles an hour, certainly enough to cause catastrophic wind damage to homes and businesses in the Tampa area. And also because there's so much debris left over from Helene, all of that debris, anything that's not secured, that will become basically projectiles with the wind. The storm surge is probably the most dangerous facet of this storm, and really any landfalling hurricane, because you're talking all of this water, 10 to 15 feet of water being pushed from the Gulf of Mexico right along the Florida coastline. And again, in the wake of Helene, which was about 2 weeks ago, a lot of the barrier islands were washed away. A lot of the sand was washed inland, so you don't even have that coastal protection from the water as it gets pushed into Tampa Bay. Here's what a storm surge looks like. Normal sea level. Again, waves lap at the beach. Ocean surge gets pushed in by the wind, though, and when you're talking 3, 4, 5 feet, that will flood the lower level of a home. When you're talking about a 12-plus foot storm surge, that is second story kind of water just inundating homes along the west coast of Florida. This is catastrophic damage expected with the storm surge flooding. So again, if you have friends, relatives in the area that are planning to try and ride this out, I would highly encourage you to encourage them to not attempt to do so. Let's talk about what's happening here at home. We'll take a look outside of our weather window here. It is a beautiful October sunrise here in Philadelphia. We'll put up our local map, and current temperatures, again, crisp, cool, comfy this morning. We're in the 40s in many spots. Wilmington's at 50, Coatesville's at 47, Millville a chilly 44, and down here in Dover we're at 50 degrees this morning. Lancaster in the 40s as well. What to expect as we go through the rest of your day? Not much to complain about here. It is comfortable, seasonable October weather. You can see the sunrise happening behind me out the windows of our next weather sphere, and all of these beautiful sunrise shots as well. Down the shore, Margate looks beautiful. Cape May looking toward the lighthouse, a gorgeous morning there. And take a look at the fall color really starting to explode in the north and west suburbs. This camera capturing it so nicely here in Plymouth Meeting. The colors of the leaves kind of matching the beautiful sunrise this morning. Today's high is 70 degrees, right on target for the time of year, right where we should be. It's a perfect fall day. If you were to picture an ideal October day, at least in my mind, this is today. 70 degrees, crisp and sunny, no complaints. If you're making the trip up to New York for the Phillies tonight, 5:08 is first pitch. There'll be a few more clouds out there up in Queens there at tailgating time around 2, 3, 4 o'clock. First pitch temperature 67, and look how chilly it will get. By the end of the game, we're down into the low 60s. There is a second cold front moving through tonight, and here's the setup. Basically, Milton stays south, high pressure in control for us, allowing this cool northwest breeze we've felt over the past few days. Secondary front passes through tonight. It comes through generally dry, but it will knock the temperatures down for tomorrow. We start the day in the mid 40s and highs barely getting to the low 60s tomorrow afternoon. It is really going to feel like fall outside tomorrow. Friday morning is the coldest morning of the week at 44, and then we get to 69 in the afternoon. We warm back up for the weekend, mid 70s Saturday, a beautiful day for the Eagles Sunday before another push of cool air gets here by Monday and Tuesday.